Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your new year. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been on camera, but my new year started with me getting sick. I don't know if it's a cold, a flu, both. I don't know what it is, but I did not want to smell fragrance, nor could I, even if I wanted to. So that being said, you haven't seen, this is my first video of 2025, but I hope you guys are having an amazing start, as I said before, and I hope this is your year. This is our year. We are gonna win together in 2025. All that being said, today we are talking about fragrances that I actually took with me to Jamaica. Now, drop your fragrance of the day. My fragrance is Jazz Club. Haven't worn Jazz Club in a while. Want to know what you're wearing? You know I love to know what you guys are rocking when you're watching this video. But let's really get into the video. So my sister, I have a younger sister. She is still in Jamaica and she planned a jam-packed itinerary for me. So I was on the go all the time. I'm just going to talk about what I wore them for the event. We had 3 major events that we went to, and then Christmas dinner. My dad retired. He went back to Jamaica, so he was having a big Christmas get-together, retirement party, Christmas get-together, all the works in one. So we had a lot going on. Maybe that's why I was sick, because my poor old body was not used to all of that. But so the first fragrance I wore, you know I had to take her with me, was Dama Bianca. I love this fragrance. I can't wait for it to get warm to start wearing this fragrance again. It's a nice soft vanilla fragrance, open up with some freshness, but it is so powdery, soft and dainty, very girly. So I enjoyed wearing this in the daytime. This was like a daytime whenever I'm putting on a nice little dress. Day after I went, I took my daughter to get her hair done from my cousin, Touched by V, because she's the best. Of course, she did my daughter hair, and I wore a nice little blue dress, so this just fit the bill. Very girly, very chic, very pretty. Now it's not a beast mode. It doesn't last long, but I wasn't gonna be out for too long, so of course this was really good. Love this fragrance, enjoyed it there, and I wore it a couple times I was going out in the day. This was the fragrance that I was pulling for. Christmas Day, of course, Christmas Day, as I mentioned, my dad had a very big Christmas get-together. A lot of my family from my dad's side traveled to Jamaica to celebrate with him, and to, you know, just to be there with him for Christmas. So I wore none other than Delina La Rose. Look at my dent. This is so sad. I don't have this fragrance 6 months and my dent is halfway. That's how much I really enjoy this fragrance. This is, I love my exclusive. You all know I love my exclusives, but this on a hot day, it's just everything. It's long lasting, it's softer, it is watery, it is pretty, it projects, and it's really good for your hot summer days. So this is what I wore to Christmas dinner. I enjoyed it, even though it was in the evening. Dinner didn't start until like 5 o'clock. And this was just, it lasts all night. I was there until maybe 10, and my fragrance was still going strong. This fragrance is an amazing fragrance. So I always say, Delina is too much, too tart, the rhubarb in Delina is too much. Exclusive is a little bit too much still. Try La Rose. La Rose is really a nice, watered down but not watered down fragrance of it. It stands on its own and it's beautiful. So I really do enjoy this. And another day, I took my daughter to, they had a fun fest where it was just rides and games and fun day. I wore this as well. Wore well, wasn't too much in the heat. It was just beautiful. So this is a really, I feel like this, out of all the fragrances I brought with me, this is the one I enjoyed the most, along with Dama Bianca. I really enjoyed wearing those the most in the hot summer, during the hot time, during the daytime. Now I had an event to go with my sister. We went out to a night. It was like an evening brunch. It was more like a night brunch. So of course I wore Erba Pura. Erba Pura is a little bit much. It's very strong. Now I love my fragrances strong. I love beast mode. I love long lasting, but I feel like Erba Pura, this one, you don't need to overspray this one. It's gonna project. It's very long lasting. It has some musk, it has some florals in there. It is a really beautiful fragrance. I will say this was reserved for night only. So the brunch was like, it wasn't brunch, it was like dinner. It was like a dinner party. It goes into the night. So of course we went there like 7, 8 o'clock. So this was perfect for the night. And then I went to dinner another night, and I also wore this. This is really nice. I didn't need to spray a lot. I did 1, 2 here, and maybe 2 on my body, and that was enough. And it lasted throughout the night. It was really, really beautiful. So I enjoyed wearing Erba Pura. It's just, this is not for the daytime. I think this is going to be too much in the daytime. In the hot time, it's more of nighttime or fall, early spring fragrance, or even winter, because it's very strong, very powerful. But I enjoyed wearing this in the night. Now we had an event, it was a party. It was black and white or something like that. It's not black and white, it's milk and honey. It was milk and honey. It's a party. It was a nighttime party, and I wanted something that's gonna, it was actually raining the evening too. It rained all evening, and I wanted something that was gonna smell good and that was able to still not too summery, not too popular, because all the New Yorkers were there, everybody, all the foreigners were at that party, so I didn't want to smell like everybody. So I wore Zenobia by Dama Bianca. Seen it? This has become one of my favorite fragrance. I think I did a top 5, and this is in my top 5, and I got this late 2024. But I really enjoy Dama Bianca. It is really beautiful. It is floral. It has some sweetness, slight musk or leather or something to ground it. It smells unique. It doesn't smell like, you know, all the other fragrances in my collection. So that's one I really enjoyed it, and it has this ambery musky kind of vibe to it, and I'm in my ambery musky era apparently, but this one I really enjoyed. It was different. I didn't smell like everybody else, and that's what I wanted. I kept smelling. I oversprayed this one. I kept smelling myself throughout the night, and I'm like, yes, I smell good. My sister, I brought her a sample of this one, and she loves this one. She enjoys this one as well. So I didn't bring the bottle. This is the only bottle I did not bring. I decant this one. So all the other bottles I brought with me except for this one. I decant this one, but really good. You can't go to, plus my family's from Portland. We have the best beaches. So you can't go to Jamaica and not go to the beach, right? We have to. It's just part of us. So of course we had 3 beach, 2 beach and 1 falls excursion, which we had a ball. And so of course my beach day, I wore Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. Soleil Blanc is just this beautiful, it smells like the ocean. It is fresh, smells a little sweet, but not sweet, not overbearing sweet. It has a slight sweetness to it. It's salty. It just gives me ocean. So anytime, and I even wore this during the day too. Whenever I was going on the road with my sister, I pulled for this. This was another thing that I pulled for because it was just nice, soft, elegant, and gives me vacation vibe. It gives me yacht vibes. It gives me beach vibes. It gives me pool vibes. So this beach, this was just perfect. One of the beach we went to, which if you ever go to Jamaica and you go to Ocho Rice or Runaway Bay, Puerto Seco, it has a pool and it has a beach. So it was it was really pretty there. Did a good job in really just revamping that place. So Puerto Seco, if you go to Ocho Rice, go to that beach because you get the pool and you get the beach. So this is what I wore. So all 3 days that we had to go to the beach, this is what we wore. And then errands when I was with my sister, I wore this because it gives me vacation. This is vacation in a bottle. So if you're going to any tropical vacation, you're going to the beach, you're going to be on a boat, you need Soleil Blanc. Absolutely lovely. And of course I have the shimmer too as well, the body shimmer. So that I wore, even when I wasn't wearing this, I was wearing that. But this with the shimmer and your swimsuit, you're good. Always in my tropical vacation because it's just vacation in a bottle. So Creed Aventus for her. We went to Port Royal in Kingston. Port Royal is like a fish place. We went into the night, so I wanted something nice and fresh with some depth, some oomph to it. So of course this is the one I wore. I wore this a couple of times. One to dinner and one to Port Royal, which is to eat some nice fish. So this was really good. I enjoyed it. You know I love this fragrance, so it was long lasting. It projects. I could smell it all night, so I enjoy, and it wasn't too much for the night. Port Royal is nice and cool, and then for the dinner, of course, we're going into AC, so this was just right for the weather. Of course, we were always 90 degrees, so it was hot in the days. Night, it wasn't so bad, but daytime, you have to go fresh and clean. So I wore Creed Aventus for her, I want to say a couple times, and I enjoyed it every single time. I didn't get a lot of, I got compliments, but I got compliments from like my sisters. Oh my God, you smell good. What are you wearing today? But I didn't get a lot of compliments. Of course, West Jamaica, it's different. So I know people are going to come up to you and be like, you smell good, but I smell good. I know I smell good. Now, this is a dupe for Hibiscus Mahajad. That's on my list for 2024 to get. I am going to get this one because this is from Juliana's Perfume, and this is called Heavenly Hibiscus. Every time I wore this, my sister, oh, and my middle sister from Philadelphia, she was also there. She loved this one. She was like, oh my God. She even wore it a couple times. This fragrance is really beautiful. I enjoyed wearing this fragrance. Every time I wore this fragrance, which was probably the most out of all of, no, this I wore a lot. This I wore every time I didn't know what to wear. I was picking this one up. This is how I know I have to get the original. I have to get Hibiscus Mahajad before it's starting to get warm, because I really enjoy this fragrance. My sister was wearing it, I was wearing it. So when she wasn't wearing it, I was wearing it, just to do things on the itinerary that my sister planned for us. But this one it is really good. And the only thing about this, it's not the most long-lasting fragrance. So I would say this fragrance give me 4 or 5 hours. I know the Hibiscus, the original, lasts so much longer, so I'm looking forward to get that one. But it's a beautiful floral musky. If you want to get a nice long-lasting fragrance with depth, smells good, and it's not too complex, Hibiscus Mahajad, get your nose on it. It is really beautiful. Whenever we're going to do just like little things on the road, do this. Taking the drive to Portland, because my sister lives in Kingston. So whenever we were going to like Portland or Ocho Rice or whatever we were doing, this is what I was wearing. Even dinner one night, I wore this. I went to dinner like 5 times. I kid you not. We were always out. It was a good time. Really good time. So this was just heavy in rotation. Again, and this was worn between me and my sister because she really enjoyed that one. So she was like, I think she eventually is going to get the original because she really enjoyed that one. Now, the next one I wore on vacation, you probably like, you brought all this. Yes, I was there for 2 weeks, or a little bit over 2 weeks, I think. I love my fragrance, and we were always going out. Now there's one event that I went on New Year's Day, well, New Year's night. It was a big party, very expensive, very exclusive, very expensive party. It was really good. I was like, they were serving us champagne as soon as we enter. That's how upscale of a party that was. So of course I was gonna wear Valaya because my sister has Valaya as well. And she was like, no, I'm wearing my Valaya. So I wore, luckily I brought my Hibiscus Mahajad, no, my Tuberose Astral. I brought a sample of that and Baccarat just in case. So that's what I wore to that event. That was just for that one time. That's the only time I wore those fragrances, was Astral Tuberose. You know I love that combination, and Baccarat. And I smell good all night. Of course, Astral's Tuberose is strong, so you wore that in Jamaica. I did like 4 spritz of that, and then just cover my entire body with the Baccarat. But the Astral Tuberose was still peeping through, so you could smell the good mix of both. So that was my combination. And I did post that outfit that I post on my community page. That was what I was wearing that night. Back to what I was wearing on a regular sunset hour. This is another lovely fragrance for a summer spring. I enjoy this fragrance. Now it's not long lasting, it's not going to be your project beast mode, but it's really good for your nice summer spring days. So this was in rotation with the Evelyn Hibiscus, this one, and I want to say the Dama Bianca. Those were the fragrances that I was just pulling for when I was going on the road. Like whatever I was doing, those were the three fragrances, my main fragrance that I was pulling for. So I enjoy doing this one. I enjoyed this one, really pretty. My sister loved this one too. Both sisters really loved this one, so we were all wearing this one at some point. Now of course, you know me, I love my nighttime. I have to smell nice and sweet at night, so I was wearing this one. It's almost done now. It's finally almost done, and this is the vanilla candy rock sugar. I was gonna take my Care Pistachio, but I'm like, no, I'll just take something that I haven't worn in a long time. And I wasn't wearing this, so I was like, let me reintroduce myself to this. So I wore this at night, some nights, and then I was wearing this. This is my Clean Reserve Skin Scent. These were my two in the house daytime fragrance when I wasn't doing anything. If I'm going to bed, either one. If it was too hot, I would lean towards this. If not, then this one. But these were my two very casual fragrance. This was in the house if we were not going anywhere, or before we were getting ready to go out. These were my two daytime, very casual, very in the house fragrance. And my sister, she also had a vision board party, so I wore this one to the vision board party at the house as well. That's how much I really enjoyed this fragrance. So that's it. Those were the fragrances that I wore while I was on vacation. It may seem like a lot to some, but I was going out twice, different occasion, twice a day. That's how she had me. She was doubling me up. I remember one day we had a fun fest, one night is a party, one day we had to go somewhere, in the evening is dinner. So I was doing different things, and of course, you know, I'm not going to wear the same fragrance twice in the day. So that's why it may seem like a lot, or maybe not enough for some people. So those were the fragrances that I wore, took with me, and I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed my fragrance selection in Jamaica. I was constantly smelling myself and be like, yeah, you smell good, you smell good, you smell good. And I brought the Lena exclusive for my sister for her birthday gift, because she's a week before me, and she was so surprised. So of course she was able to smell good and smell different from me. She was able to wear her exclusive to her party and event, and she was able to wear Valaya as well when we were going out. So those were the fragrances. If you're still here and you like the video, or you like my personality, or you get a feel of me, please like this video, subscribe, join the family. I would really love to have you, and I hope this year we get to really grow together, and just explore more fragrances as we get into 2025. I can't wait to see what we get into in 2025. But if you're still here, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope I get to see you all of 2025. See you in the next one. Bye.